So I was just listening to Zimmerman and Maddie talk about fighting organizations, and we got into the conversation of what used to be regulated and not regulated, and soccer kicks and downed opponents and knees to downed opponents. And the comment section and a couple people like me were saying bring it back. And Zimmerman and Maddie are fairly new to the sport; they're very young, and they're like, no, it's too brutal. And then I'm like, compare all the most brutal knockouts you see today. Holly Holm head kick over Ronda Rousey. You get Izzy taking 17 unanswered shots, and some people argue, like Tanner was saying, or somebody, I can't remember who, was saying it's an early stoppage. And those are brutal shots, more brutal than a few soccer kicks. The thing is, the guy on bottom or on the ground from these knees to the downed opponent has to defend himself differently. Like when Sterling was on his knees versus Jan, he's not going to be on his knees like that anymore because he knows he can't be there. You can't defend yourself. I also think you shouldn't be able to defend yourself with the back of your head. Some dude's punching you inside of the face, and then you turn and use the back of your head as protection. That's not properly defending yourself. You should be warned, not the dude punching you inside of the face. Second time Sterling had used the rules to protect himself. The rules protect the American wrestler. They can go to their knees, like I saw Habib literally crawl to a guy for a takedown and get the underhook and then press him up against the fence. The fence has been used to help the American wrestler versus the ropes. They have nothing to help them crawl back up, but the Dagestanis figured out how to pin people there very well. But yeah, the cage and the knees and the soccer kicks protect the grappler, not the striker. You dive in for takedowns, you go to one knee, you're getting kneed in the face. You're getting clenched up and kneed immediately. And it could be a brutal KO. That's a KO shot that's been taken away from strikers. I mean, think about the spinning back elbow Yuri gave Reyes or the head kick Leon gave to Usman. Think about the most brutal KOs you've ever seen. The most brutal soccer kicks I've seen, they look way worse than they actually are. I've seen every Shogun fight, and they're amazing. I love them. None of those dudes really got maimed or mangled from any of those soccer kicks. They hurt like a motherfucker, and they're embarrassing, and like it looks brutal, but it's not worse than a full flushed head kick. So I say bring him back. You have all these other MMA organizations, like they said, fighting on concrete, bare knuckles. MMA was known as cockfighting and cage fighting and had trouble getting sanctioned. Now there's plenty of other leagues getting sanctioned everywhere for everything. There's no reason not to bring those rules back and not have a more real-looking fight, that it's more balanced for the striker and the wrestler. And it'd be more exciting. It really would be.